What's up everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So most of us already at this point know that Gotham Knights is going to be a current gen only game. And this is because the developers already cited that they wanted to provide the very best experience and this was the way they could do it. Now, for some of you, you're convinced that the last gen consoles held back the game. Some people are not convinced. In fact, they will tell me in the comment section straight up, I call bull. This game can play on a PS4. It can play on an Xbox One, but you don't have proof of that. And so some have then taken it to mean that the developers just want to farm more dollars and sell it on the next gen or this current gen so that they can make more money. But that doesn't mathematically make any sense, because if you look at the sales and you look at the proportion of available last gen consoles to the new gen consoles, it makes no sense for you to cancel a functional game on the last gen of last gen consoles in order for you to make it a current gen exclusive. Even if you charge more, you still would not be able to make the potential amount of money. In fact, if we want to take a quick stab at the math, let's just go with the number of PlayStation 4 consoles. The PlayStation 4 console sold at least close to 100 million units. That by itself is a feat that I don't know if we're going to see that in the near future. Currently, the PlayStation 5 is pushing on 20 million copies, so about 20%. Even if you sold Gotham Knights for the price of $120 to all 7 or all 20 million PlayStation 5 users, you still would not be able to recoup that kind of money. All you're going to be doing is probably touching the 40% mark in terms of revenue for the PlayStation 4 consoles. So you can see how that makes no sense. And so if you think about it, there must have been a genuine reason to move this game to the current gen consoles. But I'm not here to argue that in this video. In fact, this video I want to provide possible solutions for those who may want to play Gotham Knights, find themselves in an interesting position of not maybe being able to find a PS5, or maybe don't want to build a PC, or are looking at a PC market and don't even know where to start. Now, this is a very interesting conversation because a while ago I had some aspect of this conversation and I got called an idiot, when in reality, all I sit here doing is just number crunching and doing research. But today, it's a solution day. I'm not going to fight with you guys, but if you really want a possible solution and you're open to it, there is a next-gen console that has always been available, but everybody acts like it doesn't exist. It's the Xbox Series S. This is a console that you can purchase for about $300 US. If you want to get the Series X, you can pay possibly a little bit more money, somewhere around $450 to $500, and you'll get yourself a Series X. But this Xbox Series S console is something that you would have to emotionally detach yourself from your pre-existing preferences, because already the PlayStation 5 is not only mostly unavailable, it's also increased in price. This really does provide a conundrum for a lot of people. You go back and you say to yourself, well, I want to buy a PlayStation, depending on the region you are, by the way. In the US, yes, it's not up in price, but it's also hardly available. I want to buy myself a PlayStation 5 console. I have a lot of my games, but I also want to play games on the next gen. Not only Gotham Knights, you're going to also have the opportunity to play other games in that next gen capacity. Maybe you're not going to be playing them at 4K, but 4K on console, that's kind of arbitrary. It will depend heavily on the game and how the game was designed. And so you do yourself a favor and you say, okay, I'll split the difference, maybe purchase a Series S for now, and then take out of the savings you may have put aside for your PS5 and then recoup those savings down the road and purchase yourself a PS5. Unless, of course, you're not open to that and maybe you want to build a PC so that you can have some variety. At that point, it's a whole different conversation. If you want to build yourself a really solid PC, it will cost you a little bit of change, but you can build an entry-level PC for the same amount as a PlayStation 5. It's probably not going to play 4K. I say probably because you can get lucky. The GPU market right now is going through an interesting crash, especially with the way crypto, Ethereum, and some others are changing the way they do business. When I said before in my past videos that you could build very good PCs for very little amounts of money, I really got dragged through the coals. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about, but because of the experience and because of watching the PC games market and following the data, which actually led me to predict that Spider-Man will come to PC in 2018, I can tell you for sure that that's also a good option. But it's slightly more expensive than the $299 price tag. Now, why would you make this decision? Is it just because of Gotham Knights? No, I don't think that's the case. But I think if you actually pay very close attention to your own preferences as a gamer and see that you want to start engaging in this next-gen gaming, then consider using a step model. Sometimes I think where we as gamers find ourselves in a conundrum is we want to usually start at the top of the tower. I don't take that methodology, and I'm certain most of you don't. If we're going to approach something, usually the best way to go is to take baby steps. So baby steps probably, in a sense, require that we start small and then eventually build from then. Now, I can also understand that for some, it's very hard to make these changes. And so you're probably willing to wait, which is actually one of the best options that you can go with. Eventually, these consoles are going to get in production. People are going to be able to get their hands on them, and the prices are going to level out. That's one thing about demand and supply. Demand will drive supply. Supply eventually would max out, and then demand will be low, which then prices would eventually follow. So if you're waiting, this is going to be the best bet for you. But if you say, I'd like to play Gotham Knights, I don't want to buy the PlayStation 5 or I can't find one, consider the Xbox Series S. It will get you a very good deal. It is digital. Yes, you're not going to have discs. I know somebody told me I don't want to build a PC because I like to have my physical discs. I understand. Some people like to keep all that, memorabilia in a sense. Me, I couldn't care at all with the discs. I will probably lose them, or my children will probably break them. They're little kids. If they get their hands on them, it's over. And so for some of us, we just have different concessions that we're going to make. So in this vein, I've decided that I'm probably going to be playing Gotham Knights primarily on PC. I say primarily, but we'll see. And I want to pick another console. I thought about PlayStation 5 because some of my friends are playing on PS5, but I know their schedule as well. Until I see them actually dropping hours on the game, then I'm probably going to make up my mind what console I'm going to buy the game on. But we'll see, though. And so that's pretty much where I stand at the moment. And my schedule probably permits me to even do that more with PC because I'm super busy and I can probably run around with a gaming laptop. I do not have a Steam Deck. I think I traded that for a better GPU. Yeah, I don't want to buy a handheld console that is not powerful. I like power in that sense. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What are your challenges to playing Gotham Knights in terms of hardware? And let's start talking and let's start exploring options, because it'd be nice if all your restriction is just the hardware, and we start exploring all kinds of different fun solutions that eventually come out, because technology is changing every minute. Talk to you guys in another video. I appreciate you guys so much. Peace out.